it can be quite depressing because you have to put your life on hold. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Christina. I'm a holistic nutritionist. I work in private aviation. I like to post things about healthy travel, natural beauty, all things health, wellness, fitness, stuff like that. Today we're gonna be talking about something a little different, but it has a lot to do with health. Back health, your spine health. If you've ever had a back injury, you know how important your back is. Literally, you have to respect your back in everything you do, every movement you do. It controls, it's the core of your body. It controls all the nerves. Your entire nervous system is controlled by your spine. So I see a chiropractor. He's one of my best friends. I see him pretty often because I had an L5-S1 and a few other herniated discs, but that was the main one. I had a 6mm L5-S1 herniated disc when I was probably 22, and I'm 39 now, almost 40, which is crazy, but anyway, I was supposed to get back surgery in my early 20s, but I really did not want to. So they've just put me on a bunch of medications. I did physical therapy, chiropractic, a lot of stuff for a few years. I did end up doing 3 of the epidural cortisol injections. I would never do that now because a lot has changed since when I was 22 to now. Actually, that back injury is what got me into natural health because they had me on all of these painkillers and the cortisol injections and everything. And then I realized how bad it is for you. And this is just my personal opinion. I've done it both ways. I went a medical route and now I injured myself again. That's what this video is about. And I'm doing it all naturally now. So this is not medical advice. This is just my experience. Anyway, for almost, 17 years, my back was fine. I mean, we all can have an aching back sometimes, but no injuries. Out of nowhere, 6 weeks ago, I got a terrible pain in my back. I literally could not walk at all for a week. And then it started to slowly get better. And I'm doing chiropractic 3 to 5 times per week, very light stretches. There is a back exercise that's so good for herniated discs, especially in the lumbar area, that I'll try to show you. It's very simple. I don't do yoga anymore, if you know my story, but it's basically the up dog position. So you're laying on your stomach and you're just stretching as much as you possibly can. You do not want to overdo it with back injuries. You don't want to push yourself. I am a very active person. I work out a lot, but while you're recovering from this, you do not want to push through the pain. No pain, no gain does not apply to back injuries. But you do want to stay moving if you can. The first few days, I literally couldn't. Then, you don't want to stay in bed and get stiff because that's actually really bad for back injuries as well. But you do want to get up and go on short walks. If you can only walk for 5 minutes, walk for 5 minutes, and then you can increase it and see how you feel. So now I'm finally able to start going for 30-minute walks twice a day, but I have not been able to do any type of spin classes or running, but I think I might be able to get back into some upper body weight training very soon. So I wanted to let everyone know who is dealing with a very painful back injury. I know the feeling. It can be quite depressing because you have to put your life on hold. I know when I had my first back injury, I went back to school to get my degree and I couldn't work for a long time because I was in so much pain. Now, it is affecting my life in a lot of ways. I still have to be very careful not to re-injure myself while I'm healing. So for anybody who is thinking about going the surgery route, I just want to let you know that you can heal a herniated disc. Even if it's really bad, you can heal it. I'm, again, not a doctor. I don't have access to your MRIs and your x-rays, and I don't know what's going on in your particular situation, but I know in mine, they told me you are going to be, this is when I was 22, you will be permanently disabled for the rest of your life, and that I really should get that surgery. I was 22. It'd be so crazy to me to get surgery that young. And now that I'm older, I still have faith in my body and in God to heal me. If you've been through any type of back injury, I feel you. I know how it is. There are no words that can describe the pain. So I didn't take any painkillers throughout these past 6 weeks. Trust me, the first week I really wanted to. Actually, the only thing I took, this is a natural, I'll link it below. It's extra strength pain relief, Curamin. I don't ever really take anything. I had 2 major surgeries a couple years ago. I did not take the painkillers, even though that's probably a situation where you might want to consider it. I didn't. And I almost took those painkillers for the surgeries I had a couple years ago for this back injury. But I'm glad I didn't, because the first week is when it was the worst, first couple weeks. I couldn't really move. Everything I did was so painful. I was afraid that if I numbed the pain with a painkiller, I would overdo something, even if I was being really careful, and I would make it worse. It was so bad. So I kind of just dealt with the pain. Of course, iced. I ice as much as possible. I do those stretches, I don't want to call it up dog, but just I'll show you guys again. I'll show you. I'll cut to me doing the stretch so you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, hopefully you can see me so I can show you this back exercise that helped me a lot. So you're gonna start by just laying flat on your stomach, and then you're gonna come up. I started on my forearms and just hold for about 5, 10, maybe 15 seconds. Come back down, take a quick rest, and come back up. Hold again for about 10 seconds. When you're ready, and don't push it because you don't want it to hurt, you're gonna come up even higher. Hold 10 seconds, come back down. I was not able to do this even just a week ago. So these really do work. They're basically push-ups for herniated discs. I do them at least 3 times per day, about 6 reps or so. So try it out, I hope it helps.
I did the stretches, I did icing, and I took this and the other Thorne product, and I kept an anti-inflammatory diet. That's really important too. Definitely no alcohol. I haven't had alcohol for like 7 months or something, just because or maybe less, I don't know, for a while. It doesn't align with my lifestyle really, and it's not health giving, if you will. So alcohol is very acidic. You do not want acidic substances in your body because acidity causes inflammation. Inflammation causes dis-ease. We don't want any of this while we're healing, especially. In general as well, but let's just stick to healing. So I did my green juices as normal, although I couldn't go grocery shopping, make my own juice like I always do, clean the juicer. I'm telling you guys, I could not do anything. So I had to order it. I just ordered delivery. It got a little expensive, but I ordered juices and my groceries delivered. The first week, honestly, I didn't really eat. I fasted a lot. When you have that type of excruciating pain, you don't really have an appetite. And I normally have a really good appetite. So the first week I didn't really eat. I fasted a lot, which is good for healing too. And then I got my appetite back, so I just started my normal plant-based whole foods diet. So keeping an anti-inflammatory diet while healing is very important. Finding a really great chiropractor, doing physical therapy, icing at home as much as you can, doing the stretches. You don't have to take the pharmaceuticals. That stuff can really mess you up. And that's what happened to me in my early 20s. I was taking all of that stuff very regularly for at least a year, and it made my system so acidic. A lot of things started to happen. I got really, really, really sick for about a year after I stopped taking all those medications. So this time around, as hard as it was in the beginning, I am doing it all natural. And I just want to give people hope that you can heal a herniated disc, even if it's really bad, even if they tell you that you're going to be permanently disabled for the rest of your life, blah, blah, blah. God can heal you if you have faith in that, and you also have faith in your own healing abilities from God. The way we think is so powerful. Even in the Bible, it says what you think you do become. So this isn't a weird new agey manifesting thing. It's just, if you can imagine your body healing you, God healing you, God's hands being your hands and putting your hands on your spine or wherever you are injured, and just knowing that God is the creator of everything and he can do any miracle. And also helping yourself in that process. So it's not just leaving it up to God and then drinking alcohol and doing stuff that's not going to be good for your body. We have to care for our vessels in this process. I'm feeling a lot better. I am not 100% healed, but I am feeling a lot better. And again, it just makes me respect my back so much. You don't realize it until it's hurt, that everything you do affects your back. So when I'm bending to get something, I'm not bending all the way forward. I'm bending my knees and picking it up like that. Just the littlest things actually do make a difference. So I'm gonna link those products, and anything else if I can think of, I'll put it in the description box below. And having a good chiropractor is really important too. I'll leave mine below if you happen to be in California. Not to mention, I do have really bad, like extreme scoliosis, and I do think that there are people, and I'm gonna start working with somebody that can help strengthen muscles on each side that you need to correct the scoliosis, because with scoliosis, your back has to compensate for the curve in the spine, and so that can put more pressure on the disc, and that could be why I had another injury, because it wasn't like I did something. I wasn't doing an exercise or working out when it happened, and then I was like, oh, whoa, I just messed up my back. I was just going to sleep, and I felt a weird pain, and I was like, The next day, I did go to a spin class the next day because I wasn't really feeling in pain, but when I got on the bike, I noticed, oh, this doesn't really feel good. I'm gonna take it easy. Something feels off. I took the class easy. Then afterwards, I couldn't walk. Like an hour or two later, I was in so much pain. But it didn't start with the spin class. It started the night before. I don't know where. It could be stress. Stress causes acidity. Acidity causes inflammation. Inflammation causes disease. My mental health does suffer when I'm not active and working out and independent. But I had to learn, I had no other choice but to slow down and to pray and know that there is a lesson in this. So even though I wouldn't wish that type of pain on anybody, there is a lesson. Maybe it is just to slow down, maybe it's something else. So it allowed me time to just be very quiet and to trust God and to learn what lessons were being presented to me. I saw a guy on YouTube, and he said that he did something called the McKenzie method. I haven't looked it up yet, but I want to, and I want to find somebody near me that does this, because he had a very similar situation to me. So he said he found the McKenzie method. I think it was a physical therapist who practiced this on him, but I would love to find somebody who does this method. I don't even know what the method is, but that's something you might want to look into as well. Oh, last thing. Everybody on my dad's side of the family has had back surgery. So this is probably a hereditary thing, because on my mom's side, everyone's spine is great, as far as I know. But on my dad's side, I could have inherited just a compromised spinal structure. Doctors and surgeons can tell you, well, it's hereditary, just do the surgery, you'll be good. But I have a great friend actually who is a surgeon, and he knows me and did not suggest just to run and get back surgery. So some surgeons are really, really great. They won't suggest surgery unless they truly believe that you won't heal without it. Others will just say, hey, this is the only way to go, and it's not. So with the background from my dad's side and my previous injury, it would be really easy to just lose hope, honestly, but I'm not. I'm feeling better. I'm taking it easy. I'm respecting my back. I still haven't taken anything for the pain, and I'm doing okay. And that's not because it wasn't painful. Trust me, you guys, I have a very high tolerance for pain. I had, again, 2 major surgeries, and I did not take painkillers. So the pain was really bad, but I'm just so thankful that I hope turning a corner here and on the road to a full recovery. Let me know if you have any questions or comments or anything. If you are suffering with the same thing, my heart goes out to you. I can pray for you if you put that in the comments as well. Prayer is powerful. Take care of yourselves, respect your back, and I'll see you on the next video.